So I think that the trades have more staying power than digital businesses do. However, what we're seeing, and I'll use plumbing specifically because you mentioned plumbing, what we're seeing from a plumbing perspective is the beginning of the commoditization of the skill set. And so some of the more adept organizations, especially those that are backed by private equity, are doing really brilliant things. A tenured veteran plumber is an expensive resource, probably worth $250,000 a year, really. If you want to get somebody who can show up in residential or industrial and really know what's going on, that's an expensive resource. Now, what's interesting about that person is, let's say that it takes 3 hours from start to finish to attend to a high-end issue. And high-end, I just mean a complex issue. That 3 hours really only needs about 10 to 20 minutes of that veteran's time. And then really, it's what it is. It's diagnosis and prescription, right? It's like all business things. It's identifying the problem, knowing where to look, knowing where the pain might be, finding out what the issue is, and then saying, okay, this is what we need to do. And then the remainder of the 2.5 hours or more is the grunt work. So what they're doing, which should A, blow everybody's mind, and then B, terrify everybody, is they're strapping these kids who know literally, Danny, nothing with cameras. And the kids go into Mom, Pa Kettle's house, or they go into the warehouse, or they go into the office building, and they say, hey, I'm here to attend to your plumbing issues. And then you got, seasoned veteran Roger Jr., whose dad, Roger Sr., was also a plumber and knows everything there's to know about plumbing. And he's sitting in an air-conditioned room, comfortably
co-piloting
behind a computer. And for 10 to 15 or 20 minutes, he tells the kid, all right, lift the flap, move the nozzle, crank the wheel, try this, try that, try this, try that. I know exactly what this is. You're going to do this, 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 you're going to do this. And he's doing that with 10, 15, 20 kids who could be across the globe. The organization I know that's doing this right now is actually limited to a regional area. But the thing that's even more interesting than that, right? So now you have a hub and spoke system and you think to yourself like, oh, okay, that's efficient, but it's an increased degree of efficiency. Here's what they're really doing. Their end game isn't the increased degree of efficiency of Roger Jr. sitting in the air-conditioned room and maximizing the value of his time. They're recording every single thing that he does, every question he asks, the decision engine, if this, then that, except when. And they're recording it for what reason? To allow AI to distill the knowledge that Roger Jr. has, because that's really the repository, right? That's the lexicon of knowledge that you would want access to. And it's geo-specific. So there's a massive, I own property in Fargo, North Dakota. I also own property in South Carolina. Way different worlds when you talk about plumbing or roofing or HVAC, right? It's all different. Well, if you and I were to sit down and build a knowledge base for that, it would take us the rest of our lives and we'd never get it done. Mm-hmm. But AI can do it in just listening to Roger Jr. And I bet you, I don't know what, dude, 9 months. Double that. Say it's double, 18 months. And now all of a sudden, Roger Jr. is superfluous to the process. And you got that young buck out there with AI on his shoulders saying, do this, do that, twist that, twist that. And then once robotics catches up, it's over. So, does that sound like Chicken Little? Yeah. And is it about where we are? Yeah. I think we've all got a decade, dude. I think we have a decade to make as much money as is humanly possible. And then it's universal basic income for all, and it just happens to be, that actually might not be the worst thing that happens to humanity. But I'll stop talking because I realize I just kind of went off on you. I'm sorry.
It's what you just said. I think there's a whole bunch of people that are writing notes right now because what you just said is not only highly relevant to what everybody's probably trying to figure out, which is I cannot hire good people. How do I get a better leader in the field to be able to lead all these young bucks that don't know what they're doing? And I think you just solved it in 3 minutes.